Doc Shock here, folks, and back with Sonya Thompson on Doc Shock's Talk Shop. Sonya, we were talking about All Hallows Eve, Lord of the Harvest, your latest project. Tell us more about that. You play a foster parent?
Yes, I'm a foster mother / librarian.
Okay.
And I get to wear this really cool dress, and it comes up kind of high. And
what's the time reference? What's it set in? What time?
Well, it's pretty recent, I
Present,
believe,
okay.
you know, but I'm just dressed like a old fogey librarian in a way. But my foster daughter, I don't really like her very well, but apparently she can read the spell book. All I see is blank pages. She can actually read the spells, and she tells us that we're going to get some great power and wealth if we bring back the Lord of the Harvest. So all of a sudden, I'm her best friend.
I see.
So we go to seek out this Lord of the Harvest guy. You know?
And I guess you find him.
Yeah, we do.
And that probably turns into hell on wheels, right?
It could.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not going to put out the spoiler here, folks. But it sounds like a great project. What about some other projects you're doing that aren't maybe horror genre? But
well, I just worked on a moonshine movie that was back during the moonshine era.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it was really cool.
Where did you film that?
It was actually filmed in Oglethorpe County, which is northeast Georgia, near Athens. And it was
moonshine capital of the world.
But it was based in that era, and it was really cool. I actually played a grandmother / mother in that one. Here lately, I've been getting a lot of mother roles.
I see.
So, hey, I'll take them. But it was really neat. I really enjoyed that, and so my son-in-law got involved with moonshine running, and
I see.
So he wouldn't tell me about it, but
and
all I knew was it was the business,
And who directed that?
Ethan Patterson.
Okay. And your agents obviously hooked you up with that kind of a...
Actually, I knew the person, so...
So you networked that yourself?
Yeah.
Well, quite interesting. I know people are interested in how the business works. It's a little bit of a mystery for the average person out there, as it is for most of us, as you get to see how it works on the inside. So what can you tell us? What kind of tips can you give people out there who are possibly looking to get into this type of field for employment?
Well, don't quit your day job.
Or you could be a horror host.
Yeah, you could be a horror host. Acting is one of those things where you need to have a very flexible job that brings in money in between gigs. It's, like I was saying earlier in some of our earlier takes, was that you go on these auditions, one audition after another. It's like doing job interviews. And it all comes down on your look. So if you don't have the look, they go to the next person. So it's a hard business. It really is. So just be prepared to, work something else out until the next thing gets there, and either do an at-home business or something so you can always be there when they call.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I noticed one of your latest projects is Sick People.
Yes.
Tell me about that. I thought that was quite interesting, and I saw some pictures for that, and you looked quite sick, I'll have to say. Great makeup again.
Yeah, Renanda Anderson. I had met her 6 years ago on Night of the Jackals, my very first zombie movie. And so she's a great makeup artist in the northwest Georgia area. And she just did a zombie movie down in Savannah as well. But anyway, she did our makeup for Sick People. And Sick People is a movie about these nurses that didn't give as good care as they needed to. And so these sick people were not very happy with her. And the families were not happy with her as well. So we'll just say it kind of maybe comes back to haunt her in so many ways.
I see. Are you getting hungry, Sonya? I've got a snack for you here. I've got some brains, a heart, maybe an old arm, and a dead rat. If you're hungry, I thought maybe you might.
Well, I'm glad that you thought of me.
Well, that's what Doc does.
Usually, I like my brains mixed with eggs.
Do you really? Well, yeah. I totally agree. I think that's a wonderful recipe. Speaking of recipes, do you have any zombie recipes?
Well, I'll tell you.
Besides eggs and brains, of course.
Well, something else I've not told you about. I'm a baker.
Are you? Okay.
Yes. Back in high school, I won first place at the school, first place in district and 3rd place in state for baking a cake.
Wow, that is so awesome.
Yes, and
so if this acting career doesn't work,
I can just fall back on baking.
we know it will though.
Red velvet
You're
cake
doing
is my
awesome.
favorite. It's you know, it looks kind of bloody.
Now I'm hungry. Oh, just a couple more questions here, folks. What's your favorite color?
Blue, sometimes green.
Blue and green, okay. I don't know where that question came from, but you know they always have to ask that. And we're back. So your latest projects, All Hallows Evil, Lord of the Harvest, and Sick People. What else is out there? What's coming down the pike?
Prosper is a witch movie, and I play a mother in that.
Okay.
So, you know, I haven't started filming on that yet. That should start filming in March.
And that will film in the Atlanta area
Yes,
or Georgia.
yes.
You know, Atlanta has become such a mecca of film industry. How's it going down there? It's really developing. Tell us about that.
Well, because of the tax incentive, it brings a lot of movies here, which is great. I actually call Atlanta Wood now. Instead of Hollywood, it's Atlanta Wood. But there's so much booming and kicking, it's hard to really keep up with everything. Gosh, man, I can't even tell you the name of the movies right now that are there. I mean, there's so many of them. There's probably about 10 filming right now. Drop Dead Diva films there, Vampire Diaries films there, The Game on BET films there, The Walking Dead films there, Unnecessary Roughness films there. So
and tell me, what are the advantages of Atlanta as opposed to where this used to happen, which I'm assuming is L.A. and out west?
Well, New Orleans and Louisiana gets a good bit of movies as well, and North Carolina.
Okay.
But Georgia has so much to offer. We've got the coast, we've got the mountains, we've got rivers, we've got the city life. You know, you name it. There's also like this one movie was filmed down here in Cabbagetown because it looked like Detroit. It was the pilot Detroit 187.
Okay.
So you know they're able to take these places and make them look at like other cities. So it's got a lot of versatility. So that's one of the reasons people come here.
Now, we got with Sonya today because of Connuga 2012. You're at Connuga this year, and you know everyone at the con, I'm sure, is just thrilled to have you there, to meet you. How's that going, and what's your schedule? Or I don't know that you have your schedule yet, but...
Well, I'm doing a photo shoot for Just Me magazine later.
Just Me magazine. Yeah. Where can we find that?
Just Like Me, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Just like
yes.
Me magazine.
Just Like Me magazine.
And who puts that out?
A friend of mine. Her name is Jessie.
Jessie?
And
Jessie
Cross.
Jessie Cross.
And Ricky, and I'm not sure what Ricky's last name is because
Okay.
I'm friends with Jessie. So, you know. But it's a really up-and-coming magazine. It's really
wonderful.
Great.
And that's based here locally in Chattanooga.
Yes.
Where can we find the magazine?
In Chattanooga.
Well, folks, that's going to help. Look, we want to thank Sonya so much. Sonya, thank you so much for being here with us. We so much enjoy the information that you're giving us, and people really want to know what's going on with The Walking Dead. And we hope you have a very successful career, and we're just thrilled to watch your work. So, okay, folks, well, for Doc Shock here, we're signing off for the Doc Shock Talk Shop, and we want to thank you for joining us on Shock Theatre.